Hi guys, it's Jamila. Welcome back to my channel. So today I must be on crack because this TBR, I thought it wasn't that bad, but it's terrible. It's like ridiculous. Like, it's huge, it's unattainable, it's out of this world. I must have lost my mind somewhere along this path, but we're just going to pretend that it works. Y'all know I like to be ridiculous, but I have an idea. I'm gonna break these up into weekly TBRs, okay? And I think that will definitely help me attack these books way faster. Like, lately I've been in such a reading mood and I'm just ready to eat these books. Let me show you guys some stuff that's come through in the library and everything, just stuff that I'm already reading and want to finish. I just have a ton. I have so much. So let's just get right into it. Oh yeah, by the way, this TBR is just like weird. There's a lot going on with it. I mean, mostly fantasy, y'all know me, but there's a lot going on with this. This book I would like to read. This is Fit Girl by Melissa Alcantara. This one was a random buy, so I got it bargain priced, and it said it has some of the things that I really feel like I needed for my fitness journey, and I'm very excited. And I feel like the author just speaks from a place that I can relate to, as far as having a postpartum body, trying to get it right, being like in your 20s, just like trying to get the body you want, and just related to that so much. But also, this book is broken up into several weeks. The workouts are day by day. It tells you what workouts to do, and then it gets into like recipes, what to eat, all that stuff. Literally the first 2 weeks of the plan, you're supposed to eat whatever you want and just track it to see. Like, it's just so cool. So I'm so far really enjoying this book. It's giving me a lot, and we'll see how I look in like 6 months. Gonna read that one. And can I just say, like, talk about goals, okay? That one's just like, you know, a throughout the next couple months type of read. But yeah, so moving on, I have this book that was sent to me by the author, and that's Love Rebooted by C. Rose Dahl. This one follows a reclusive tech CEO thinking nothing can be worse than a stranger walking in on her when she's half naked, playing dress up in a lingerie store. No way he can find out who she really is. She won a prestigious new business award and $250,000. The last thing the sought-after young brand consultant needs is to go viral. CEO drops it like it's hot. It just sounds so funny and cute. I don't know, it's just a vibe. And like, the other person's like an attorney. We love Black excellence. Give me more. I definitely want to give this book a chance when the author sent me what it was about. It sounded very like up my alley. So you guys can definitely check this out on Amazon. I'll leave a link down below. And yeah. Oh, and this isn't sponsored. This is one I really am excited about. This was also a romance, but this is The Perfect Find by Tia Williams. I read 7 Days in June by Tia Williams, and I loved it. I ate it up. I destroyed that book. It was so good. And yeah, so I literally looked her up and I was like, oh, okay, I need to read this one. So this one follows Jenna Jones. She's a 40-year-old former It Girl fashion editor, is broke and desperate for a second chance. When she's dumped by her longtime fiance and fired from Darling magazine, she's hired at an online fashion site by the publisher, her old arch nemesis Darcy Vale. Sounds like it's a romance with somebody half her age. Oh, the drama. Pretty much this new guy that could potentially be a romance interest is a huge risk to where she's trying to go career-wise, and we love a good risk. Do we not? This will probably be the first book I read that's about a 40-year-old person. So cool. I'm getting on up there myself. I mean, I'm only 25. I'm 25. Oh guys, my birthday's next month. Anyways, so the next two books here are Islamic books. We gotta, you know, between all the fantasy books, get our spirituality on and like get in touch with God. So I have Who is Allah by Abdurrahman Sakina Hirschfelder, which is a book I've been reading, but I need to pick back up. And I already started it and I started annotating it and everything. So this is inshallah gonna be a good read for me that brings me much closer to God. And this book just pretty much explains in great detail who God is, what is his attributes, like, you know, because you have to know God in order to feel close to him. And then the next one is Women Around the Messenger by Muhammad Ali Kutub. Ooh, I'm probably butchering that. Yeah, so I guess this is pretty much like the big role that women played in the beginning of Islam, and I'm very intrigued because I love powerful women and women who change the world, and this seems like it's going to be that. So yes to that. Next up, we have the book that I just somehow cannot finish even though I like it, 100,000 Kingdoms by N.K. Jemisin. If I do not finish anything else this month, I have to finish this one. This is obligatory on me. This is something that I just cannot go into October without finishing. It must happen. That is all. But this one is about Yene. I don't know how to say it, but is about Yene Dahl, and she's an outcast from the barbarian north. When her mother dies under mysterious circumstances, she is summoned to the majestic city of Sky. There, to her shock, Yene is named an heiress to the king, but the throne of the 100,000 Kingdoms is not easily won, and Yene is thrust into a vicious power struggle. I'm pretty sure I'm saying the main character's name wrong, but we're just gonna go with it. But yeah, I'm so into this book, but apparently it's not being reflected by my reading habit, which is okay because sometimes you just have to like move the books around in circles, rotate them to keep having the ability to read. Moving on, so I am having a book club. I'm reading Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets because that is a series that my family members picked for the book club, and I'm happy they're reading. They're not readers, by the way, so this is big. This is really big. But yeah, so we're reading that. It's probably like my 4th time reading that. So moving on, we have the gorgeous Sky Beyond the Storm by Sabaa Tahir. I'm currently reading this, actually almost done with this. I'm like 70-something% of the way into this, and someone died and I literally gasped. I was like, don't do this. It's not right. It's not fair. Don't do this. But someone died. And that's all I have to say. This is the 4th book in the In Ember in the Ashes series. And I'm shooketh. I'll let you guys know how that goes. I'll probably film myself finishing this book. We have The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. Probably gonna read some more of this because my library hold for the audiobook came through and I like to read this one while I'm listening to it. I have been enjoying it, although I haven't gotten much further into it. Well, I'm excited for that. This is actually my first Brandon Sanderson book and I think it's great. All right, the next book is Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sulin Tan. This one, I am 150 pages into this book right now and I'm very much enjoying it. It's just such a vibe. It really transports me into the story and so far so good. Like, I'm very excited for it. But this one is about Xingyin. She's the daughter of the moon goddess or immortal or whatever, who is locked up or banished to the moon for something she did, and something happens to where Xingyin ends up hiding in the immortal or celestial realm, and she has to hide who she is and who her parents are and everything. She becomes friends with the Prince Leeway of the Celestial Kingdom, and yeah, that's all I have so far about this book. It's very much giving Chinese I don't know, like Chinese movie, martial arts, fantasy type of vibes. Love it so much. It's just very good so far. I do feel like I was shocked that this is kind of reading YA to me so far, but we'll see what actually makes it like more adult, I guess. I mean, I guess you don't have to have anything too crazy for it to be an adult book. You could just say it's an adult book and that be it. So yeah, this one's very good. So next I have a book that I've been stuck in forever, and that is The Freedom Race by Lucinda Roy. This one's just giving me pain and agony and pain and agony, and that's why it's taking me so long to read. I'll be honest with you, I had to take a break from this. I had to put it down and I had to come back to it later because it was just hitting me too hard and I couldn't handle it because I'm a witch. So yeah, I'll be picking this one back up soon, but this one is set after the Second Civil War, called The Sequel. Came and went in the United States, and it left radiation sickness and fractures too deep to mend. One faction, the Homestead Territories, dealt with the devastation by recruiting immigrants from Africa and beginning a new slave trade, while the other two factions stood by and watched. And it's about this girl named Gigi Laudermule, who's bred and raised in captivity on one of the plantations in the Homestead Territories of the United States to serve and breed more mule seeds. There is only one way out: the annual Freedom Race. First prize, freedom. I think they lying, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna try to finish it, y'all. Moving on, we have The Stardust Thief by, I was about to say Jessica, by Chelsea Abdullah. This one is about a woman and her jinn bodyguard, and they sell illegal magic, but then she saves the life of a cowardly prince, and she draws the attention of his powerful father, the Sultan, and then the Sultan blackmails her into doing what he wants. Yeah, this one sounds interesting. I'll be honest, the author's name did attract me right off the bat. The premise sounds really interesting, and after coming off of The City of Brass, which was kind of a while ago, but it still lives and breathes inside of me. Like, I just read it, but yeah, I need something, so hopefully this will be that something. We have The Jasmine Throne by Tasha Suri. This is one that I want to try and see if I like, and if I don't, I'm gonna go ahead and unhaul this book, but I wanted to give it a chance because I was actually interested in this book and in the author, and I haven't tried her work yet. So for this one, it says one is a vengeful princess seeking to depose her brother from his throne. The other is a priestess searching for her family. Together they will change the fate of the empire. I could be wrong. I think this is a Indian inspired fantasy, but it just sounds very good, and I'd love to give it a try and see if I like it. So yep. And then we have one that I'm really excited about, and that's The Wolf and the Woodsman by Ava Reed. This one says, in her forest-veiled pagan village, Ivike is the only woman without power, treated like an outcast due to her corrupted bloodline. So when soldiers arrive from the Holy Order of Woodsmen to claim a girl for the king's blood sacrifice, Ivike is betrayed by her fellow villagers and surrendered. When monsters attack the woodsmen and their captive en route to the capital, they slaughter everyone but Ivike and the cold, one-eyed captain. But she soon learns he's no ordinary woodsman. He's Gaspar Barani, the disgraced prince whose cruelly zealous brother plans to seize the throne and instigate a reign of religious persecution and ethnic cleansing. With no one else to rely on, Ivike and the captain form a tenuous pact to stop his brother. Their mutual loathing slowly turns to affection. Oh, you got to tell me. You could have said that in the beginning, honey. But anyway, so this is one I definitely want to pick up and I'm excited for. Oh, and by the way, this is an Illumicrate edition, I believe, and this is so pretty. Like, please, the art alone makes me want to read. We next have Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. I am on a mission to, within the next couple months, finish the Throne of Glass books. So I'm on book 5, which is Queen of Shadows. I'm already over 100 pages in, so it's actually happening this time, guys. I reread the first 4 and here we go, we're going. I'm excited to continue in this series. Sarah J Maas, she has like these one-hit wonder masterpieces like Air Fire, perfect, one of my favorite books ever, and I haven't even finished the series. Like literally when I was rereading it, I was just getting so much comfort. But yeah. And then I think we all know about Court of Mist and Fury. Best book in the series, not gonna change, no one can change my mind. A Court of Silver Flames does not compare, please don't talk to me. I don't have this book, but I'm gonna get it soon and I really want to read it. But it's the sequel to The Gilded Ones, The Merciless Ones, and it's like one of my most anticipated books, so I really want to read that ASAP. So I do plan on doing that very soon, and yeah, it's definitely on the list for sure. And then I also have the Final Strife by Sarah El Arifi. This one I got from the library because it's absolutely stunning, but I don't know if I'll like it or not, and I'm trying to start using my library more, so I'm gonna be giving this one a shot and seeing how I like it, and I will let you guys know. But this one follows, it says, red is the blood of the elite of magic of control, blue is the blood of the poor, of workers of the resistance, clear is the blood of the slaves, of the crushed, of the invisible. So I guess this is like an African inspired fantasy where blood is your caste system, like where you rank is based on your blood, and I find that very interesting. Don't want to know much more than that, but yeah, gonna read that one probably, maybe, hopefully. Okay, that was like literally the longest TBR ever. I do not think I should add anything else to that, so I'm gonna stop here. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for enduring my hot messedness, and I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and bye.